who have been working very hard to make this real, and really it's a pleasure. I had the opportunity to meet them in person in Madrid 1 month ago, and well, we know they are fantastic leaders, and I know it's going to be amazing for everybody. So I don't want to extend anymore because I know that all of you are waiting for the training and not to listen my words. So again, best wishes for this year, and it's a pleasure to have here Dr. Palafox, Hugo. Hello.
Hello, Aurelio. Hello. Yes.
Uh,
Do you hear me,
I
guys?
think here's
All
Hugo,
right.
but we cannot listen you.
Yes,
Just a second, please.
I listen.
Uh,
Aurelio, you
Hello.
don't
Yes.
listen, Hugo?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I,
Okay.
I I can hear you very well, all of you guys. Yes. All good. Thank you very much for the invitation and congratulations to all of you for being part of Immunotec. Thank you so much. This is a very exciting company. We have been here for decades. We have been passionate about immunity nutrition. That's what we are. We are pioneers and leaders on the concept of immunity nutrition. And during these several webinars, trainings, we'll we will be understanding way better this concept and especially how to promote our products. Our products are is supplementation, right? And that is nutrition. And understanding that is basically, from my experience, the most important part because great part of the objections when promoting our products relies on the fact that maybe we are not that much clear about what a supplement is, a dietary supplement. What is that? How we contribute to people's lives. And in that sense, how the supplements from Immunotec are helping people's lives, right? That's why in this first session, I'm going to focus on teaching you, show you what is that? What is a dietary supplement? What we offer in terms of nutrition to customers? What is the spirit behind Immunotech nutrition? What is immunity nutrition? Because when promoting our products, when recommending our products, you need to be the first one understanding why we are different, why we are the best in this, why we have been here for over 40 years now, what is our science behind, et cetera, right? So that's the plan for the first session. We are going to cover some aspects of Immunocal, of course, during the explanation and the example. But in the second session, that is going to happen in a few weeks from now, we are going to go in deep with Immunocal. All right. Probably you already know some aspects about the Immunocal. Probably at this point you already tried the product. You are taking the product in your daily nutritions, which is great. That's great. We have several materials explaining what is Immunocal. So far, that is okay. We are going to use that knowledge that you have already. But remember, in the second session, we are going to go in deep with Immunocal. But in this case, the first session, the most important part is to understand what is the immunity nutrition concept, what is supplementation, and what we offer to people, right? In order to simplify things. All right? How that sounds? Great? Yeah? All right? Perfect. Thank you so much. And I have this presentation for you guys. Just give me a sec. Just let me know when you see it.
Yeah, it's
Thumbs up?
perfect,
Yep.
Hugo. Yes, it's perfect.
All right. This is one of the topics that I enjoy the most. I like all the topics, of course, right? But this is one of the topics I enjoy the most because during all these years in the industry, I have been in the industry for 15 years now, I guess. Um, and what I can see, and Immunotech is not the exception. What I can see is that in order to be a successful uh, promoter of products, in this case, dietary supplement, you need to understand what is the power behind supplements, because there is this misleading idea. Uh, People get confused sometimes between medicine, drugs, and a supplements. Sometimes they think it's like the same thing, but they are totally different universe actually. And with this session, you will understand and give this confidence to your customers, so they can try the supplements of Immunotech, the supplementation of Immunotech, because sometimes when you explain to people the benefits, especially they have some health conditions, some diseases, and when you recommend the supplements, you might be sound like a doctor or something, and it's not the case. And you don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be a physician, a healthcare practitioner. You don't have to know any of those things or to be any of those things. You just need to recommend nutrition, a very special kind of nutrition, and provide your testimony and the information we already have. And you will be just fine and growing in this business. Okay. But this is important to understand the supplementation. And let's start from the very, very beginning. What is the origin of this? And for some of you, this might sound logical because it is. It is, but sometimes we kind of miss that. The thing is that centuries ago, many centuries ago, there was a discovery by observation that there is a connection between about our nutrition and our health, for good and for bad. We have this premise, and this premise is the foundation of the supplementation and the foundation for the good nutrition. We can change our health with nutrition. We can improve our health with nutrition. Because sometimes, I don't know, maybe most people think that only with a drug, with a medicine, I can heal myself. No, that's actually mistaken. We can do a lot of things by nutrition. We can do it by building good nutrition habits, of course, proper nutrition, healthy lifestyle, putting emphasis on optimal nutrition. We can improve our health. That's great, of course. Sometimes it's not easy, and it's a daily basis fight, fighting, struggling, putting a lot of attention on building this healthy lifestyle, which is great. I mean, but sometimes it's not easy, or for most of us, it's not easy because our profession, our lifestyles, the fast-paced lifestyle, etc. That's why supplements becomes very important, because supplements can give us this emphasis on certain nutrients so we can improve our health. Because at the end, our body needs certain nutrients in order to function well, right? And the supplement can give me that emphasis on certain nutrients that my body needs at this very moment to restore and to heal whatever is needed, because our own body has defense mechanisms, repair mechanisms. But those mechanisms require optimal nutrition, right? That's why, of course, we can combine healthy lifestyle really good nutrition along with a strategic supplementation. All right. But this is the thing. With nutrients, with nutrition, we can improve people's life in a scale that is amazing. And we have testimonies in Immunotec that can blow your mind. Testimonies that are basically, you might think at the beginning, that are like science fiction or something. It's amazing, but those testimonials are real only because those people decided to apply in their lives a strategic and powerful supplementation to push strategically immunity nutrition with Immunotech. Okay, so this is very important. As you can see, this is not a new concept per se. This has been observed a long time ago, but now with science, with technology, uh, it's more than clear that we can move things amazingly with nutrition, with supplementation. All right. So we are good so far. Yeah. I'm watching you take notes. Congratulations. Thank you so much because those notes are going to be the most important part of this training. Notes, they have a very special characteristic because notes are the most important pieces of information that are resonating in your brain, that are making sense to you, that you are going to use that when you are promoting our lifestyle, our nutrition. So congratulations for taking notes. Okay. So going to the basic, uh, there is an international, there are different regulations around the world. In Europe, we have EFSA and other organisms that define dietary supplements. Also in North America, in Asia, different organisms, Minister of Health are the one defining by law in regulation what is a dietary supplement. And all the definitions are basically the same, or they use the same premises, the same principles. More or less words is basically the same. But in general terms, supplements are products that are intended to be part of a normal diet. All right? What that means to you? They are talking about food. Food, not special compounds, not drugs, not medicine, is food. Actually, we can have, or you can see three major categories. We have conventional food, the regular food you have every single day, conventional food. We have dietary supplements, and we have medicines or herbs, herbal medicines, right? Those are different universe. But in the case of conventional food and dietary supplements, those are together in the universe of nutrition. So a dietary supplement, a product that is in the portfolio of Immunotech, is a food. Nothing less. It's a food. A very sophisticated one, by the way, but it's food. All right. So that's very important to have in mind when you are talking about Immunocal, for instance, because what I can see is that some of our consultants describe Immunocal that is something like a medicine, like a treatment, medical treatment, sounds like it. And probably at the beginning, that might sound like a good idea, but let me tell you, that's not a good idea because what you're going to get are two aspects. When recommending when recommending Immunocal, sounding like it's like a medical treatment, sometimes the customer might feel a little bit cautious, like not trusting that much because sometimes they have their own medical treatment, and you are describing the product like the next drug they are going to take. And sometimes they might be cautious, like not trusting that much, right? And the second aspect is that the customer that decide uh, going with Immunocal, once they are recovered, they quit the treatment. Sometimes you get questions like, "Okay, this sounds great. Immunocal sounds great. For how long should I take it? For how long should I take it?" When you get that kind of question, it's because they are thinking that the product is like a temporary treatment. And no, Immunocal is part of a healthy lifestyle. Immunocal is part of the optimal nutrition. It's like me asking things like, for how long should I have a good nutrition? For 3 months? For 4 months? No, a good nutrition is for your whole life. If you want to be healthy with good resources in your natural defenses, well, you need to have a wonderful nutrition all your life. And that's the picture that we need to provide to our customers, taking Immunocal as part of their lives, as my new and permanent lifestyle, so I can provide optimal nutrition for my immune system, for my natural defenses, so I can have a long and healthy life. That's the image you need to provide. That's the message you need to provide to your customers. And that means that they are going to take the product every single month. They are buying. So everyone is winning. That's why it's very important since the very beginning that you have the nutrition concept in your mind. You are providing nutrition, a very special kind of nutrition that we are going to describe in brief. But that is a dietary supplement. It's a nutritional tool. It's basically a kind of food. Okay? In this case, for instance, Immunocal is protein, beautiful protein, by the way. Everyone needs protein. Everyone needs protein. A diet with low protein intake, that's a recipe for diseases, right? Everyone needs protein. And basically, the protein in Immunocal is a beautiful protein. We will see that in the next session. And the rest of the products in Immunotec are basically nutrients. And we can go to the definition. All supplement, the design of a dietary supplement is for healthy population. What is that, Dr. Hugo? We are recommending our supplements or Immunocal for people with health conditions. What do you mean that by definition dietary supplements are designed for healthy population? This is very simple. When we are designing or everyone designing supplements or immunotech product, we are not thinking about in diseases. We are not thinking about treating people diseases. We think about the nutrient, the purpose of that product. Each product of Immunotech is focused on in a certain groups of nutrients or bioactive compounds or whatever you mean it, ingredients coming from the food, from food. So each one of our products has the purpose to help you to put emphasis on something. Emphasis. And please write down that word, emphasis. That's one of the main words you need to understand. Each of the product provides or help you to put emphasis on certain nutrients. In the case of Immunocal, I take Immunocal not only to get the protein, in order to get glutathione precursors. That's it. That's the purpose of Immunocal, rising glutathione. There are certain nutrients there that rises glutathione. And that's the purpose of the product. Once I have that nutrition, once the immune system has that or those precursors, well, that can be translated in many things in my health, of course. But the purpose of the product, besides the protein intake, is to get very special glutathione precursors. Okay. And the same for other products like reds and greens booster. I'm putting emphasis on antioxidants, phytonutrients, etc., and so on and so on and so on. So each product is providing certain emphasis on certain group of nutrients or bioactives. All right, that's it. I'm not thinking about diseases or treating diseases. That's why in the definition, each dietary supplements is thinking about in general in healthy population. But that doesn't mean that a person struggling with a health condition cannot use this product. Of course, they can use it, especially a person that is dealing with health conditions, especially those people needs to improve their nutrition. All right. How are we doing so far? Good. Yeah. Thumbs up. Yep. All right. So next aspects in the dietary supplements. Dietary supplements are designed for oral intake. So we eat them. We eat them, right? We don't have products that are going to go with the respiratory system or intravenous injections. No, 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 no. Our food. So we eat it. We take it in different forms, in powders, in capsules, tablets, concentrated liquids, etc., orally, right? And the composition of the product are nutrients. That's it. Nutrients, nutrition. If you see each product of our portfolio and you see the formulation, you see the ingredients, you will see there nutrients. That's it. We don't have drugs or suspicious compounds there. We don't have medicines there. It's nutrition in different configurations, in different concentrations. What we have there, nutrients, very special ingredients, of course. But the structure, the formulation of our products are nutrients. So at the end is food. Okay? That's it. Very simple, but very powerful at the same time. Understanding that we are recommending nutrition, right? Because that will simplify tremendously your job when promoting products, all right? Or using products in your daily life. Okay, so some decades ago, this concept came up like a supplement. Actually, Japan was the first country in defining supplements. And what we know now is that supplement provide two promises. That's what I say. Two promises. The one is nutrition. Each product we have is going to help you to fill a gap, helping the customer to put emphasis on something. Vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, proteins, fatty acids, you name it. And by doing that, we are going to help them a lot, right? You are lacking of certain nutrients. I help you to fill the gap, to cover that part of your nutrition, right? If you are not having a proper nutrition, you have problems. You have problems in your health, in your health. But with this product, I'm going to help you to cover that deficiency, right? And that's great. And most companies are using that speech, also Immunotec. And it's great. But there is a second promises that makes the most differentiation. The second promises of a dietary supplement is the physiological impact. In, it turns out that we or scientists discover that when we put emphasis on certain nutrients and aspects in terms of nutrition, bioactives, there is something more that happens. There is an impact in our metabolism. There is an impact in our physiology. There are benefits. And the most important aspect here is For instance, the oldest discovery, vitamin C. Decades ago, there was a recommendation out there to take vitamin C, ascorbic acid or vitamin C, in which scenarios? Do you remember which scenarios? You can put it in the chat. When a doctor recommend taking vitamin C tablets or vitamin C supplementation, when they are recommending that, you can put it in the chat. That's one of the oldest recommendation. Take vitamin C when you are, or in order to improve what? Vitamin C? When we are sick. Yes, when we are sick. That's very interesting. When we are sick, specifically, when we are sick of what? Cold. Marta, thank you very much. Yeah, cold. The doctor is the first one in recommending a supplement to improve health. Do you realize that? The doctor is the first one recommending a supplement to improve health, not a medicine. Not, of course, sometimes they recommend some other medicines around, but they are like take vitamin C, induce this moment in the year, depending on your region, in where cold, getting sick, respiratory condition. Well, please increase the intake of vitamin C. Vitamin C is an essential vitamin. It's a very powerful antioxidant, vitamin C, but it's a nutrient, all right? One of the most basic ones, vitamin C. But when we put emphasis on taking vitamin C, when we put emphasis on increasing a little bit more the intake, the daily dosage of vitamin C, there are other things that are going to happen. I'm getting nutrition because I'm taking vitamin C, right? Because it's a nutrient. But if I put emphasis, other things will happen. Positive things will happen. It turns out that scientists discovered this many years ago. It turns out that the immune system get benefit by vitamin C. If my immune system is a little bit stronger, our body can deal a little better with a cold, for instance. All right. And many other conditions as you are mentioning here in the chat. All right. That's where Immunotec differentiate from the rest of the products out there because the promise behind our supplementation, the physiological benefits are way higher than any other supplements in the market. And we have the science to prove it. We have the numbers to prove it. We have the studies to prove it. We have the clinical trials to prove it. It's not only fancy marketing out there. We are going to help people to get a better nutrition, of course, but with a physiological impact that is incredible. That's the power behind Immunocal. It turns out that if you incorporate Immunocal in your daily nutrition, you will improve tremendously your immune system. And that can be translated into faster recovery, staying healthier, stronger, help your body to repair against many diseases, etc., etc., etc. And we have the science to prove it. Okay? So most all the supplements promises nutrition, which is great. But we have a very special nutrition. We have immunity nutrition. And we have a huge impact at physiological level. a huge impact in our natural defenses, and we have the science to prove it. And that is why, my friends, we have all those remarkable testimonies around the world. Okay, and that's why we have been here for several decades so far because of the impact this supplementation has on people's health. Okay, all right. So pretty quickly, so this point is much better covered. All the products in our portfolio are formulated with nutrients, nutrients based on the science of nutrition. Nutrition is a science, and we recognize all these nutrients: fat, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins and minerals, water. Most of our products go with water, so we promote the water intake. Hydration is super, super important. But also, the new school of nutrition is also recommending fiber and antioxidants. If you see our global portfolio, that eventually you will get those products in your region. But if you go to the global portfolio we have, well, we also have products not only with the basic nutrients, proteins, antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. We also have products with different kinds of fiber, with prebiotic effects. We also have antioxidants, and also we have products with other compounds and ingredients like probiotics, healthy bacteria, and many other bioactive compounds. It's a wonderful portfolio we have with a lot of science to support them. But at the end, let me tell you, as you can see, nutrition, 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 a very special nutrition we have in Immunotech. And there are different circumstances. And once you speak with a person, any person can find a way to take advantage of a dietary supplements. Anyone can take advantage of Immunocal. And I mean anyone in any age, from toddlers to elderly people, everyone can take advantage of supplements like Immunocal and many others from our portfolio. Depending on your lifestyle, depending on your needs, depending on your what you're looking for, anyone can take advantage of a dietary supplements, and anyone can take advantage of Immunocal, of a product like Booster Reds and Greens, or any other products we have. Anyone. Any person needs immunity support. Anyone. You name it. Anyone. Our body needs constant resources in order to protect ourselves, to repair ourselves, especially in if you are in your 40s and above, especially those people need special resources because their body needs to deal way more with inflammation, glutathione deficiencies, with oxidative stress, etc. So supplementation will be one of the best ways to improve their health. All right. How we are at that point? Put it in the chat, please. Supplementation and nutrition. Is that covered? Is that good? Put it in the chat, please. So I am aware that all good there. Nutrition, all right? Who needs nutrition? Everyone. A healthy person needs a healthy nutrition. A sick person, a person with a disease also needs a healthy nutrition. Everyone needs optimal nutrition. Do you know someone that doesn't need healthy nutrition? Do you know someone, some aspect? Because I don't. I don't. I don't. All right. Anyone can take advantage of supplementation. My kids are taking advantage. My daughter and my son, they are taking advantage of supplementation. My wife and myself, my parents as well. My grandmother is taking advantage of supplementation. Everyone is taking advantage of Immunotec. Everyone is taking advantage of the immunity nutrition of Immunotec. All right. Okay. So we're good. So very quickly, and let's talk about the spirit of Immunotech, what we are, in where we are the best in the world. And we have the science to prove it. We have the evidence to prove it. Yes, there are many products out there, different supplements out there. Actually, there are several products, especially after the pandemic, several products that promise or offer immunity support, right? Immunity support. It it turns out that there is no other company with the commitment about immunity nutrition. Yes, my friend, there are levels. There are levels in here. We are not equal. You can bring a product and say that that product is helping you with your immune system. But do you have the science to prove it? Have you tested? Have you challenged your product? Because we have done that in the highest level, in the highest possible level in terms of science. Patents, clinical trials, gold standard clinical trials. We have like a world record in scientific support behind our product, especially Immunocal. There is no other company with that level of efficacy and commitment and safety. Because our dream as a company is that the immune system reaches its maximum potential. This is very interesting. We not only help the immune system, we help the immune system to reach its maximum potential. And that requires more than a simple supplement there. For instance, if we drink water, if we have a proper hydration, you improve your immune system. You help your immune system. If you take vitamin C tablets, yes, you will help your immune system. But if you take Immunocal, the impact is massive. Is massive. So there are levels here, and we have the science to prove it. The impact of Immunocal on the immune system is so massive that we have a patent for cancer recovery. Is that huge? So, and we have many other patents that are extraordinary. The impact on the immune system is so incredible that we have patents that no other company has for their supplements. That's why we have the numbers and the science to tell the people in this product is the one you need to put your confidence. In this company, in these products is the place in where you need to put your trust, your money, and your hope because we have the science to prove it. We have the story to back it up. The Immunotec's unparalleled commitment to helping the immune system reaches its maximum potential. That's our dream. That's our dream. That was the dream of Dr. Gustavo Bonus. That's the dream of Dr. Patricia Conchaven. Those are the scientists that are the pioneers of this company. And that was the dream of them. because they saw the potential behind Immunocal, the potential behind the immunity nutrition. And that's why we are so successful these days. And that's why we are expanding so fast these days, because there is an awareness, and you are part of that awareness. You are going to bring that message to others about the importance of the immunity nutrition, why anyone needs to take care of their immune system. Why? Because everything in your body relies on your immune system. I mean, like everything. Protection. The immune system is the only one that is protecting you, along with the antioxidant defense system. The antioxidant defense system and the immune system, they are working together and are literally the only systems that are designed to protect you and designed to restore, to recover, to repair. Cancer, that's immunity problem. Cardiovascular diseases, immunity problem. Diabetes, Alzheimer, etc., 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 etc. All those conditions and many other, including aging per se, is related with a weak immune system. The weaker is my immune system, the older I get. The weaker is in my natural defenses, faster I will age. So aging and your immune system are fully connected. So you want to stay younger, retain youth, you need to work on your immune system. You want to feel younger again, you need to take care of your immune system. You have a health condition, you need to work on your immune system. The immune system is the one that kills cancer cells, for instance, every single day. You have tissues, suspicious cells. The immune system is the one repairing or destroying suspicious cells. Let's talk about something else. Let's say you are healthy people, you are a healthy person. It's been demonstrated over and over again, with a strong immune system, your human performance will be much better. Physical performance, cognitive performance, cardiovascular performance, everything will be better if you have a healthy immune system, a strong immune system. Actually, we have clinical trials that demonstrate that, for instance, if you take Immunocal in elderly people, they get stronger, literally stronger, only by taking the product. Literally getting stronger. Just by taking the product, rising the glutathione, improving the immune system, and now they are getting stronger just by nutrition. Just by nutrition. That's amazing. So that's why anyone from little kids to elderly people, anyone needs to take care of the immune system. And one of the best ways is by a strategic nutrition, targeted nutrition with Immunotec supplementation. Okay? That's very, very, very important to understand, because that is our spirit. That's what we offer to people. When I go to people and they ask me about what we offer as a company, we offer immunity nutrition. And what that means all of that: recovery, longevity, uh, vitality, better human performance, you name it. Any person I have in front of me with some need, I always tell them, you need to put emphasis on your immune system. What are you taking? Are you taking supplements? I can offer you this, a wonderful company with all these signs, etc., etc., etc. It doesn't matter what is the need of the person. Somehow, our supplementation is going to help them, especially, and it's one of the easiest way, especially if the person is dealing with some health condition. They need to improve their nutrition. They need to improve their immune system because the immune system, the natural defenses, the antioxidant defense system is the one, literally the one that are going to restore. Okay? So we provide the resources so the body restore. That's the foundation. And also we have different products behind that. We have been exploring ingredients and actives and formulation for more than 20 years. At the very beginning of the company, we had only the Immunocal and some other products, the Immunocal Platinum, regular Immunocal, that eventually we started to explore many actives, combinations, formulations, so we can improve the immune system because the immune system is very complex, as you can imagine. So the first step is rising glutathione, rising glutathione. But glutathione is not enough. It's the first step. But second step is to provide the rest of the actives and nutrients that also support the immune system. Because remember, what is our dream? Maximal potential of the immune system. That's why we need this well-rounded strategic supplementation, and we have several products in the market. Different products will arrive to your region eventually, but also you can make the business globally, as you know. You have customers in America, you have customers in certain regions in where they have certain products. You can make the business, you can make the recommendations, and we have all the information. We have wonderful materials that are super easy to share, to understand. These materials about each one of the products are designed for any person understands the product in 1 minute. So you can share the material, you can share the details here, you can read it pretty quickly and understand what we have it here. All right. So use these materials, but the most important part is how you approach the customer. That's the most important part, that we are offering a powerful nutrition with solid science behind, with huge impact in your health, and the rest is what we have in the materials. And you can use it as a part of your communication. All right. So we have a global portfolio, and you can make a business in all the markets in where we are operating. All right. Thank you very much. Do you have any questions regarding to this topic? Remember, in the next session, we are going to go in deep with Immunocal, with glutathione, Immunocal, etc., etc. But in this session is to understand the foundation, what we offer, what we are. We are immunity nutrition. We are immunity technology. That's why we are called Immunotech, immunity technology. That's what it means, right? We are pioneers in immunity nutrition. Okay. Any questions, comments? Also, comments are really, really important. Do you have any comments or questions regarding to this specific part? I know you have maybe other questions regarding to Immunocal and some other products. We will cover that in the next session, but regarding to this part, any comments, questions, some doubts you might have? Thank you very much for your comments here. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate wonderful students we have here. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Also, you have any other questions, you can touch base with the commercial team. They can get it to us and we can bring answers. Actually, that's what we do constantly. But in the next session, we will go in deep with the rest of the product, especially with